On stage, Gene Champagne is used to giving it his all. Now the drummer of Teenage Head and the Killjoys is in the fight of his life in hospital.
His oxygen levels dropped on Sunday and he was having trouble breathing, so they moved him to the ventilator.
His wife Julie says he's been battling the virus for 2 weeks. At 52, he falls in line with what doctors are seeing: younger COVID patients and more of them. Hospitalizations are up 21% compared to the start of the last province-wide lockdown.
Right now in Ontario, the pandemic is completely out of control.
Now the Ontario Medical Association is calling for a return to stricter measures until case counts drop dramatically.
And the variant behaves differently than the regular strain. I really think we need to have an emergency break.
That emergency break didn't come today, but the Premier didn't rule it out.
I won't hesitate, believe me, to lock things down until we can protect the ICU capacities at the hospitals.
Another concern, cases in schools and what the province plans to do for spring break, which has already been pushed back to April 12th.
We obviously have committed ourselves to delay, not cancel the March break moving into April. We are committed to respecting that.
Hi, buddy. But the Premier said parents will know for sure later this week. Not the answer these parents were looking for.
Confusion and frustration seems to be the norm.
The wave of emotions is one Julie Champagne knows well.
I think it's important for people to know that this is real and that, we were not taking risks and it happened anyway.
While Gene remains in hospital, she hopes others will learn from his ongoing struggle. Magda Gebrselassie, CBC News, Toronto.
Okay, we're going to bring in infectious diseases specialist Dr. Alison McGeer, because Dr. McGeer, you heard the signal right there, right, from the education minister that we stay the course. Spring break is still a go for now. In your mind, is that the right play?
To me, it's the wrong question. Whether or not we have spring break is not what matters at the moment. What matters at the moment is that we interrupt transmission with something broader and much more restrictive. Whether or not schools are open is not that important. Okay,
so if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying let's set our sights sooner, and which means what, long weekend, Easter weekend? Like I've got a daughter, right, who's just gotten an at-home learning package. She's in grade 1, just in case school doesn't return for the long weekend. Is that the scenario you're seeing playing out?
Well, I'd like us to be doing what parents and kids want, and I don't know what that is, whether it's better to be back in virtual school or whether it's better to be back at home with the week off, but knowing you can't go out and have to stay home. And those two things seem to me the best option in terms of preserving lives and preserving healthcare capacity in Ontario, but both of them are kind of miserable.
So your bottom line then is that parents should what? Just brace and buckle up and prepare for any potential scenario going forward?
Yeah, I think we don't want to be looking at more 50-year-olds dying. We don't want to be looking at 8,000 cases a week. In order to avoid that, we need to be locking down now.
Dr. McGeer, thank you very much.